more can I say?
Top Billin.
Yo, Top Billin. Back with another Think Like a GM exercise for you boys, man, and gals, all right? For everybody out there, I want you to think like a GM. This time, man, I'm talking about my man, Urban Meyer's Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I'm not going to lie, that shit still sounds kind of funny to me. Urban Meyer, right? Perhaps my all-time favorite coach. Everyone knows I am a complete Urban Meyer stan. Wherever he goes, I go, so you can expect a ton of Jaguars content up on this channel because that is my absolute dude, right? And beyond that, this is just for the people, right, that I know that are going to jump up in the comment section, reading a title, reading a headline, or whatever you want to call it, or looking at a thumbnail, run right up in here because they're lonely, ran out of Vaseline, have no friends, all that jazz like that. But check it. In no uncertain terms, Trevor Lawrence is my guy. If you've watched this channel for its duration, you know that. Trevor Lawrence is my all-time favorite. So think about this. You can combine my all-time favorite coach, Urban Meyer, at least one of them, right? Definitely on the college level, put it that way. Urban Meyer's my guy. A couple of other guys, but everybody knows I ride with Urban Meyer ever since he was at Notre Dame as an assistant. But Trevor Lawrence, seeing him here in Georgia since he was damn near, and knowing about the man since he was like in middle school or whatever like that, doing all the content I did on him, cover him at Clemson, cover him in high school, went to quite a few of his high school games when he was there. That is my dude. In no uncertain terms should the Jaguars pass on Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion. But if they were to pass on Trevor Lawrence, they would be getting Justin Fields, another guy from right here, right? Got to see these guys go against each other at certain camps and everything around the state. Justin Fields will definitely be a great option. I don't think he's Trevor Lawrence, at least right out the gate. Justin Fields has some stuff that he needs to work on. However, the Jaguars actually set up for him to be able to sit for a little bit and learn. At the very least, you got a guy like Gardner Minshew, who I think is actually kind of underrated. Gardner Minshew can actually play a little bit of football, but he's one of these guys, right? He's like a gimmick. Like, I hate when these people get these dumbass gimmick names. They asses, right? They asses is going to be relegated to backup status to me for their career just because you give them a gimmick name. Minshew Mania. Sounds like Tebow Mania and all this shit like that. You got to give these guys some real legitimate nicknames and stop letting the universe take control of their career because that's exactly what happens. Gardner Minshew could start for a lot of different teams. He may not wow you with any aspect, any one aspect, but the guy just can play some football. He can think the game through, very polished. A little bit older, right? I think he'll be 25 next year. So a guy like Justin Fields could come in and learn from him and can sit for a little bit, learn the ropes. But you have Urban Meyer. I still can't get over it, baby. Urban Meyer. I have every Urban Meyer book ever made. Kid, I got to help the kid go to Ohio State, right? From my marketing endeavor right there. Everybody knows that. You saw that on the channel. He was going to go play for Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer damn retires. The same, right? I think right before he was about to sign or right after he signed like that, Urban Meyer retired, and he never got that chance, right? So, of course, I was going to get to meet Urban Meyer and all this and that. I'm still going to meet Urban Meyer one day. I know this for sure. And this man's just going to be up in Jacksonville, right down the road from Georgia. I might have to go check out my man Urban. But Urban bringing in the Seattle connection. Darrell Bevell as the offensive coordinator and Coach Brian Schottenheimer as the damn passing game coordinator. So I'm not sure how that sets up, how that even makes sense. Both have quarterback background, working with a whole bunch of quarterbacks. Both are passing game guys. Neither one of these guys are run game guys. So I'm not sure how that coexists. If Shotty, right, I call him 1-900 Shotty. I just covered this man doing Seattle content the entire season. So I have however much. If you want to go look at that Seattle content, if you're a Jaguars fan and you want to know what the passing game could look like, I got a ton of Seattle content. So make sure you check that in the playlist. But Brian Schottenheimer and Darrell Bevell, both of them worked with Russell Wilson. Who is my comp for Justin Fields? Russell Wilson. That's the connection that I'm making right here. We already know that, of course, with him being at Ohio State, Urban Meyer helped recruit him to Ohio State. it goes beyond that. I'm talking about from a schematic standpoint, Justin Fields would work perfect in a coach 1-900 shoddy offense. 1-900 shoddy, dialing him up out there, baby, hitting you with that bad boy until they hit him with that dial tone up in Seattle. Now you're in Jacksonville. But him calling those shot plays, if you look at the first, like 5 or 6 games with Seattle, they were absolutely on fire. Now, I'll get into a little bit of a film study. Maybe not on this content. Maybe I'll double back and make a part 2 there just to give you guys something to look at from that aspect. But he was dialing these shot plays up to DK Metcalf and David Moore and Tyler Lockett. They look like the most explosive offense in all of football. Russell Wilson had perhaps a career year, definitely in the touchdown category. He had a high-ass completion percentage, almost completed 70% of his passes on the Schottenheimer. Now, it got away from him at the end, but I don't think that was because of Brian Schottenheimer. I know for a fact your man Pete Carroll medals and everything. He on his Scooby-Doo green machine shit, right? He's all up in Scooby-Doo and all up in people's business. He got a little gun shy after the Buffalo game when they got that ass whipped. I believe that, you know what I'm saying, almost was like Marty Ball out there, right? I know everybody wants to use that expression like Coach Schottenheimer's dad, but I don't think so. I think Schottenheimer wanted to put that thing in the air, and they had a little bit of a philosophical difference. That's why he ended up parting ways. Brian Schottenheimer is a throw game guy. Now, he has worked with my dude Rex Ryan, and they developed some really good run sequences. However, I know for a fact that man wants to throw the ball and throw the ball around the yard. And I think Jacksonville provides that opportunity. And with Trevor Lawrence is going to be hard. So I think they'll take Trevor Lawrence. I'm just giving you food for thought, letting you guys just exercise your mind, baby. I want you to exercise your mind. Justin Fields, that guy can go downfield with the best of them. You can see one of the better deep ball throwers you'll ever see at the collegiate level. He did his thing. Him throwing to DJ Chark. DJ Chark is equally as fast as a DK Metcalf in Seattle. So Schottenheimer should like that. I'm not sure what's going on with Chris Conley if he'll be back, but Laviska Shenault, come on, man. You got a guy like that with running back skills, yards after the catch, big roughneck cat like that. James Robinson in the backfield. Got to get some better offensive line talent. Would like to see them probably get an upgrade maybe at the tight end position as well. But they have a litany of young talent there in Jacksonville. So whether it's Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or whomever, they're going to be doing good. Gardner Minshew, I think there's a bright future, despite what the record said, right? I think there's a bright future in Jacksonville. But you don't tell me, or you don't think that Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are very similar? The makeup, obviously Russell's shorter, but their stocky build, the arm, even Russell making a lot of the mistakes still that Justin Fields struggles with to me in college. I think Justin Fields locks on to his primary read. Now, of course, Russell is a damn near, a 10-year veteran, multi-time Pro Bowler, one of these guys that is very polished, but he still has trouble with that sometimes. He will bolt the pocket early, but he's always looking to throw the ball downfield. I want to see Justin Fields get more like that. So what better than to have two guys that both coach Russell Wilson to show that man how to keep his eyes downfield and let his arm create. All right, he's a good athlete. I don't think he's some type of super athlete that everybody makes him out to be. And Russell Wilson is like that as well. Russell Wilson's a very good athlete, but they're not Lamar Jackson. So you got to be able to take care of yourself, especially in the NFL. So you see Justin Fields getting banged around 2 years in a row. Learn how to take care of yourself by keeping your eyes up, looking to deliver the ball to DJ Chark or Laviska Shenault, or hit the check downs to James Robinson or whoever the tight end is. Just be able to use all quadrants of the field and be able to think the game through. Russell got a lot better with that under Darrell Bevell, and then definitely honed it in under Brian Schottenheimer, and will continue to develop that even at age 32 or whatever he is. So Justin Fields has those things to work on, could learn from a Gardner Minshew for a half a season or a full season, however much they deem that. Hopefully Urban will bring him along slow, but if it's Trevor Lawrence, you throw that guy right out there. He should be fine. He's played a ton of football, a ton of starts. The thing about Justin Fields is he has like something like 21 or 22 starts or something like that. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have them problems, right? He has 30-something starts in his career, maybe like 36 or so starts. Started all through high school, literally all through high school since he was a true freshman in high school. Justin Fields was a kind of a late bloomer here in Georgia, right? I think he Meyer got in towards the middle of his junior season, or maybe just popping off his junior season, but not like Trevor Lawrence, who was like a prodigy. So Justin Fields still kind of raw in those aspects, but you got to think about the ceiling. So that's my ceiling for him. I think he can be a Russell Wilson. My floor for him is like a Donovan McNabb. And that hurts me to say. I'm a huge Donovan McNabb fan, and I think Donovan McNabb was a really good quarterback, but he was also limited by some things. Like he, too, sometimes would lock in on receivers, would force the ball, but he was a very good quarterback. Maybe borderline Hall of Famer. I think Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer, one of the better quarterback ratings you'll ever see. And I think between those two guys, Justin Fields has a chance to be that, right? Maybe he could be somewhere in the middle, or maybe he could just be flat out Russell Wilson. Maybe he could be better than Russell Wilson. I don't know, but I know I would like to see Urban Meyer work with the kid if he were to pass on Trevor Lawrence, but I still think you don't pass on Trevor Lawrence, but anything's possible. I remember in that one draft that had my boy Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield in him. Everybody thought Sam Darnold would be the number one pick. He was the one that garnered the generational tag, people comparing him to Andrew Luck and everything. But by the time the draft hit, all right, you had the breaking news, and people didn't want to believe it, and they was like, hey, the Browns are going to take Baker Mayfield the first pick. Everybody's like, ha, 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 never. The rest is history. So you just never know. The NFL is unpredictable like that. So think like a GM. What would you do? You have Bevell and Schottenheimer, both with multiple years of experience coordinating the offense with Russell Wilson at the helm. Justin Fields very much like Russell Wilson. Could that be a match made in heaven? Or do you go ahead and get your boy Trevor Lawrence? So I'm not going to have some divided opinions because, remember, after that Clemson game with Justin Fields, everybody jumped off the roof. I mean, you had people hallucinating and shit. Oh, my God, Justin Fields the greatest of all time. He's a legend. After a semifinal playoff game, right? He was a legend. But then he hit that damn Alabama game, and now all the excuses came out, right? Torn hymen, right? he bruised lap band and all this shit like that. So, to me, he still has some stuff to work on, but that's just my opinion. Maybe these guys think he doesn't have anything to work on and will throw him right in the fire. That's a really good tandem to me. Bevell and Schottenheimer got the best of both worlds, the Seattle connection. So think like a GM. What would you do with that number one pick? Is it feasible for that man to be the next Russell Wilson by being with Russell Wilson's last two offensive coordinators? Huh? Let me know right there in the comment section. Let's talk about it, all right? It's your boy Murph, the Underground King. Just bring you a little something for your mind, a little food for thought. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. If Jacksonville fans, make sure you subscribe right there. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.